Well, I think today we've all learned what success sounds like. It sounds like this. Ah, I love those loud, clicky, obnoxious GameCube shoulder buttons, and that's because I finally put custom firmware on my Wii so I can play these randomizer seeds using actual hardware. Feels so right. Oh, and by the way, new randomizer. It is still at least partially using stuff from Bash Prime's randomizer, I believe. This Randovania version 3.1.2. Bash Prime's Prime 1 Rando got folded into that. Randovania is a randomizer for Metroid Prime 1 and 2. It can do some interesting new stuff, too. It can do multi-world, which is an interesting prospect. I bet you have to use an emulator for that, though. So, let's go ahead and get into it. This time, there's no annoying statement that says, oh, hey, here's that file address where your thing is hanging out. Now, hopefully I did this correctly, and we should be starting out with no random items, but we have the space jump and the charge boots, the space jump boots and the charge beam to start with. Also, this is a new feature. Hold L and R while choosing no to warp to starting area. That is nice and useful. Yeah, see, there we go. There's our double jump. I guess let's demo that real quick. During the starting room. Nice. Now we pop out of the ship. Alright, charge beam. Yeah. I have turned on one additional option, by the way, which is a new thing that I believe was not in the original Bash Prime randomizer, which is that the elevators do not necessarily go back in the direction they came from. Elevators are one-way in cycles. That could be an interesting and very confusing prospect. See, instead of just, like, upping the difficulty the regular, sane way, I'm doing it using all kind of goofy shit for some reason. It feels like it makes sense, but it probably doesn't. But on the other hand, I'm not exactly a speedrunner. I do these casually because I like the idea. Oh yeah, and our items are still hidden, I believe. Can we scan this for anything? Unknown item. Thank you very much. And there's our missiles to start with. It's just starting to sound like every other randomizer seed I've ever had. On the other hand, actually, come to think of it, now I can just ignore Hive Totem for a little while, right? Until I have to go there. Can I approach that from the back? That would be nice. Hive Totem is just kind of a time sink. I don't like that fight. By the way, I hope this looks alright on stream. I mean, it's gonna look like composite out no matter what, but I hope it looks alright for composite out, basically, is what I'm trying to say, because it is a little bit dark on my monitor, and it does look a little bit dark on stream. If that's an issue, I can go slap the Elgato box a couple of times and change the color space or something. Actually, yeah, that looks god-awful. Let me see if I can change the color range real quick, or color space, pardon me. 709 maybe? I admit that I don't know a ton about this stuff, and if I was a little bit smarter, I would like start taking notes about this. That does not appear to have changed any, but it also is having a moment of being confused as to whether or not there's a cable. Okay, so it's moving. That still looks really not super great. Let's switch to 601. And if it didn't have any effect, well, it didn't have any effect then. That's what can you do? Well, at least the game didn't die or anything, because, yeah. So that does not appear to have had any real effect. That's unfortunate. Well, I guess this is just going to look the way it does. My other option really is just to switch to emulator, or probably do some stuff inside the console. That was a missile. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not 12. There's 12. There it is. There's Final Fantasy 12. Alright. So we've got our artifact hints. And we've got some missiles. Ah, it feels so good to have to be using those. I do love the feel of the GameCube controller's shoulder buttons, and when I'm not playing something that requires me to use the D-pad for main functions, it's a pretty alright controller. Even though my GameCube controller is a little bit on the scuffed side, to say the least, it is missing the rubber bit over the control stick. And so if you've never seen what the GameCube controller looks like underneath that little bit of rubber at the head of the control stick rather, it's not like a flat disc surface like it would be on a PlayStation controller. There's like these 4 little notches that have little incomplete plastic, little bits of framing around them. So at some point, in addition to getting the rubber off of this, I cracked that little bit of framing off of the one at the bottom of the stick. So at the downward position, there is just a weird notch in my control stick, which this is starting to sound like a bit of a medical problem, but I assure you that's not what I'm talking about this time. However, it is not the most comfortable stick in the world to use. If I had one with a proper rubber on it, it would be fine. Unfortunately, I'd have to actually go buy another GameCube controller to get that fixed, I think. And those, well, I don't actually know how expensive they are, to be fair. If I can find one in a neat color for a nice price, that'd be great. Like an actual OEM controller. I'm not gonna spend like $20 on a bootleg of an N64 controller, or N64 controller, pardon me. I was saying that because I was looking at N64 controllers a couple of months back, just for reasons of having one that was a little more interesting than what just for reasons of having one that was a little more interesting than what I have already. Like this motherfucking plasma beam, son. Damn! What do you got for me? Where does this go? Magmore Caverns, Magmore Workstation Debris. That's literally an area where I can't do anything. So, back we go. Plasma beam, though. Oh my god. What an early find. GameCube controllers, yes. So, one big thing, back in the pre-pandemic days, which, that seems like... That's like an entire era ago, back when Jimmy Carter was the president, and before we were aware of what electricity was. Back in those halcyon days, I used to frequent disc replay stores quite a bit. And disc replay it's a pretty alright place. It's where they sell used CDs, used video games. Basically what you would probably expect from the name, that it's used stuff on discs, although you can also find cards. And I think they used to have VHS. They don't anymore, that's for sure. So, of course, because they had game stuff, they'd also have, you know, consoles. They'd have a couple of the rip-off Hyperkin type of things, too. But more to the point, they would have, behind the counter, they had a lot of controllers for the GameCube and the N64 in particular. And by that, I mean they were, like, just the knock-offiest knockoffs you've ever seen. Oh boy, we're going to fucking Phazon Mines first. These things were literally, they looked the same as actual legit OEM GameCube and N64 controllers, just without the logo forms on them. Oh, we can't go in here. Well, we're going to Magmore, I guess. I hope that... Or we're going... Actually, right. These are one-way elevators, so we're going wherever this is. We could be desperately lost. This is here. Oh, right. We can see... Is that going to be correct? Oh boy, so we're going to Main Quarry. Main Quarry, where we will have to, once again, get into an elevator, I think. This is going to be Night of the Elevators, huh? Getting some real elevator action going on here. So, yeah, Disc Replay used to have a bunch of those, and I've seen a bunch of those on eBay when I went looking for controllers. I'm not going to pay 20 bucks for one of those things, because they feel nasty. They use worse quality plastic than the legit stuff. They're too light. They feel like they'll break too easily. You know, it's just not a great time. Okay, so we've just gone through an entire vending machine to get back here, right? Yeah. So if we were to go in there again, we would be going... Wait, no, this is to Magmore Workstation. That's right. So is it like a single loop? Is my question? Also, you'll be completely unsurprised to hear that Beelzebub raid from earlier did not succeed. That's a shame. I wanted the doodads, but instead I'm probably gonna have to actually like organize a proper train for that shit and everything. That's gonna make me a little sad. Having to do work. What a little bullshit. Alright, Main Plaza. So we can finally go somewhere. And we can absolutely wreck shit in this area because we have the plasma beam. And we have missiles, so we don't have to worry about Buttface. The Hive Totem. The thing that I forgot the name of already. Good work, me. Alright, so we don't get the pan around. Good. I turned off some of the cutscenes because, you know, standard reason. Yeah, that needs a super missile. I forgot. Can't quite get in there. I think there's a way to get up to the vault door, which is like up at the other end of Main Plaza. You know where that is. You know what I'm talking about. You probably just can't pin down the name offhand, right? You know, assuming you've played this game. Again, I'm kind of assuming that my audience is around the same level of stuff that I'm at, right? Give me that item. That's just more missiles. Oh man. Here they come. Well, I guess skipping Hive Totem isn't going to be a thing that we can do today, is it? Although it is neat having this music here instead of the other thing. That makes me feel like I did something clever, I guess. When you make the music cues screw up. Alright, so up there, you can see the item at the top of this thing. I don't know if I'm, like, any good at getting this. This might be out of logic, too, is the other thing. Because I have all the tricks turned off. Because I'm a rank amateur at this game, and I haven't really dedicated time to getting better at it. You know, I'm just here to have fun, man. You know, if maybe I suspect that if I start getting that level of good at some of these games, I'll have this compulsion to start competing at speedrunning and stuff, and I don't want to do that. That's too much pressure. I think ultimately I have some sort of mindset deficiency, I guess, in a way. Deficiency feels like a strong word, but it is certainly this idea that it does not fit together with how that works. So we're going to pass on that for now. Instead, we're just going to start going for the things that... Oh no, this is the... That's the way of the rest of the level. Dumbass. Back down we go. So, what I meant to say is we're going to start going in the direction of Hive Totem. We're going to hope that we don't have to do that fight for now. And we're going to go look for other power-ups. I'm going to completely erase those things. Charge up our laser as it were. And we're gonna get some scarabs here, some scrabs. Some scarabins. Wait, no, that's something else. Have you ever heard of this video game called Earthbound? Oh, my favorite RPG was inspired by Earthbound. Are you sure about that? Like... I've probably said this before, but... I dislike this thing with people saying that their game was Earthbound inspired, because... That's usually just a bit of a stretch. It's like, that's the closest thing to an unusual RPG that they can think of. You know, something that basically does not conform to the ideas of what a Final Fantasy type of game is like. That's right, suck it, Hive Totem. We don't have to fight you. And we got the Wave Beam. Oh... That doesn't make me feel safe. Because that makes me think that we are headed toward Phazon Mines very, very soon. A place where I would like to not be right away. But I suppose that if the game doesn't want to... If the game doesn't want to play nice on things like that, then it is what it... Get the fuck out of my face, Wasp. That's right, white Anglo-Saxon That's not what I mean at all. If I say that, I might get in trouble. I might start fights or something. I don't know. Alright, so we're going in here. Let's warp back to the start. And what can we do with the wave beam? We can go visit a couple of areas in Phazon. Can we go this way? Without the ball? I don't believe that to be the case, but I could be wrong here. It's been a while. Just like Stained. Yeah, I think this is missile locked only, at least on the other side. So if I recall correctly, let me try to get my sentences together first here. The Magmore elevator is going to be closer to Phazon main quarry. I believe this goes to PPC. Or it might go to Magmore Workstation or something. I don't remember. Actually, wait, no, that goes to Magmore Workstation. It's the other one I have to go to. I'm an idiot. The Chozo elevator goes to PPC. And then that goes to main quarry after, like, 2 more rides, I think. If I recall correctly, it goes to Magmore Workstation Rubble, and then goes to main quarry. That may not be true, but I'm going to take a whack at it anyway. One of these goes to PPC, and that is a place we can't actually go into, but we can go into the other Phazon Mines one. The 2 Phazon Mines elevators in the game, we found them, like, immediately. Always good. Alright, here's the PPC elevator, and this should be, like, 2 rides before we get to main quarry, and we can cry a little bit because that place is gonna hurt. We have no suit upgrades. We have 1 energy tank. Alright, Great Tree Hall lower. We can't go in there, which is good, because I have a feeling that if we could go in there right now, we would have to. Like, the game would just immediately be like, oh yeah, hey, by the way, we are going to make you suffer for this. And I'd be very, very sad about that, because that would just be mean. I mean, imagine making people suffer. Sounds like fun, actually. Never mind. Down we go, down we go, down we go. This should take us... Here we are. Phazon Mines, main quarry. And it is wave beam time. For all of, like, one room. As I feel fairly confident that... Yeah, because I see all these white doors. There's not a ton we can do here, is there? We also need the spider ball to do a lot of stuff here, but we don't have that either. However, we might be able to get something here. Like, the other thing is that there's the part where they're going to be expecting us to thermal visor up in order to get to certain things. That we cannot do. But that stuff might still be in logic because it's not truly that hard to do that, right? You know, it's just like, oh hey, just know where to aim, nerd. Yeah, can't get in there. Turning on our scan visor to look for the things that we can scan for basically to be notified that we need more tools than we have in order to do anything here. Power conduit is nearby. Yep, there you go. And that will just move the crane, won't it? We still won't be able to do anything with it. Yeah, I think actually this is not a place where we can do anything right now, but we did open some doors, so let's go back. What's that elevator, actually? Root Cave. Root Cave is overlooking the shipwreck, maybe? Or is Root Cave in Great Tree Hall area? I think it's not in Great Tree Hall area. I think Root Cave is on the entry side of things, right? Oh no, Root Cave is down here. Right, we've been through this before. So this will lead us back to Main Plaza, where there's nothing for us to do right now because everything was a damn missile expansion. Or there were a couple of guns, so at least there's that for us, but Main Plaza. Where does this go? Sun Tower. Sun Tower lets us get the item out of the vault. Or, item overlooking the plaza on the other side of the vault, rather. That could be progression. However, without the Spider Ball and the Morph Ball, obviously, we cannot go to there. Oh no, we can't go in here anyway. We need the Morph Ball. I'm an idiot. Alright, elevator, Great Tree Hall upper. I think this is another place where we can't do anything. Like, we can't be soft locked. I have to be missing something. And there's still a couple more elevators, to be fair. I don't know if all of them are going to go to safe places, but they're there. Phendrana Shorelines. Okay, yeah, so we can't do anything in Great Tree Hall at all without Ice Beam. Phendrana Shorelines, however, should be quite doable. Plus, we have the Plasma Beam. We can deal with a lot of the ice cubes and stuff, and possibly, which is a combination of probably and possibly, get some items that way. Just a sec, my hair is tangled in a knot, and I need to... I have a compulsion. That's better. I thought they'd let me do that a little faster, but nope. There's our Morph Ball. There's our Cannonball. Next time Bryself asks you, where's my Cannonball? You can tell him it's right here. Why he would ask you that, I don't quite know, but the world is full of some very strange happenings. That said, I don't believe we need very much to get in here. So we can get to where Wave Beam is usually hanging out. Wait, no, we need bombs for this, don't we? However, we can get to where one of the artifacts is usually located. Ouch. Yeah, like that. Just get up there, come on. Okay, Morph Ball. Set up. It's just a missile. And it's okay, in this game, any given item has a 50% chance of being a missile to start with. Yeah. There's 100 items and 50 of them are missiles, so you do the math. Senior Joe! The numbers don't lie! And they spelled disaster for you at sacrifice! I cannot do a Scott Steiner voice. Scott Steiner math, though, is the funniest thing. Maybe not literally the funniest thing, but it's definitely a thing I find entertaining. So, I believe we can also get to the boost ball location. Yeah, see, technically, like, the only thing that's really stopping you... the only thing I don't have in vanilla... relative to vanilla, rather, at this point... Well, bombs, but... Bombs in the Varia suit. But I don't think we have to bomb anything to get in there. Oh, nice. Well, that's one artifact down already. Cool. So that way is going to go back out to Findrana Shorelines. That's okay. This is actually the way we're supposed to go, right? Because we have to get to the other ice cave. And that's the one where things split. Like a banana. Make like a banana and get fucked. Oh, wait. Alright. Hey. Do you mind? Where are you? Somewhere where I'm taking a lot of hits. Jeez. Another game where, like, iframes are just not much of a thing compared to like Super Metroid, huh? But in this game, you tend to not have to worry about that very much. You don't have enemies walking into you as often, and when they do, they tend to bounce off a little bit. Like, just due to the 3D nature of everything. That's not the one that takes us to the place we want to go right now. It's the other door. Alright. That's one we can come back to later on. Take 6 regular wave beam shots to kill those things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a charge wave beam is definitely going to be a faster kill, especially if you prepare it in advance. For the pulse bomb booze. Yikes. Screwed that up. Reset those platforms. Ah, I was hoping for something cool. That's okay. Again, gotta remember, half of the items are gonna be missiles. And since those are often placed in a little more out-of-the-way places in these games, maybe I should recognize that I will probably be finding most of the actual upgrades in the more unusual places. Unfortunately, that's not exactly a skill that I'm good at here. Oh, hi, Ridley. I like how we don't even get to see Ridley's body here, we just see shadow. Oh wait, no, right at the end there's Ridley's big metal body. I was trying to think of a better word there, but it didn't come out. Reflecting Pool save station. Can we access this properly? I think this requires, yeah, this requires bombs, so can't do anything with that. Talon Canyon. That is taking us back to, this is the half pipe, right? Yes, because that goes to PPC, and so it looks like we are going to be going back to the main room to go find some stuff. Because I know where there's at least one item we can get for free. And we can go look at the wrecked ship room. Which, granted, I don't think we can do anything in the wrecked ship room right now. Just by virtue of having, like, no items whatsoever. But, we can go look at it, I guess. We can go and see, oh yes, that's a nice wrecked ship. I wonder if we might have been involved in that if we were playing the full game. And it's a missile. Okay. That's vanilla. Thanks, guys. That fucker's out of here. Unless you're coming back. Please don't. Okay, so this room, yeah, this is not a place we can do anything right now. I think quite literally. Excuse me. So with that, I suppose it's back to Chozo? Is that actually what we have to do? Is we have to go back to... We have to go back to Chozo and, start doing some of the stuff that we used the Morph Ball for? I think that's going to be the case. that case, it's going to be the Magmore elevator that takes us closer there. Takes us closer to there, rather. Which is how you express that in actual English. Which is the kind where you don't leave out words. Which is to say, it's any kind where you don't leave out words. Which means that pretty much nobody actually speaks actual English, so why would you be so, so complaining about it? Hey. I'm trying to say a thing here, and you guys are causing me issues. Here. Oh, that was the thing I didn't see. Alright, workstation debris. Down we go, down we go, down we go, down we go, down we go. I will just go to Sun Tower, because that will get us the item outside of Vault a little faster. Alright, so we can't get the item in the vault, as you can see here, because we have no bombs. Well, I suppose you cannot see is the point. If they're not there, you can't see them. Obviously. That's how vision works. Oh! Well, that's funny. What a time to be alive. Well, there's our actual missile launcher, as opposed to just missile packs. Funny how that works, I suppose. Bombs should unlock for us an item in the half-pipe room. In the half-pipe room is this one, by the way. There's a lot of half-pipe rooms, but I meant the room with the morph ball. But for some reason, it occurred to me more to say that it's the half-pipe room for some reason. It is a room with a half-pipe, but I mean, the half-pipe room, that's probably more like main plaza, actually, so. I don't know why I said it, man. Made sense at the time. Nothing else to do around here? Alright, so we get just a bunch of beetles here. Oh well. get them all? Yeah, and of course no plated beetle anymore because we skipped that boss fight. And with neither boost nor spider ball, we cannot go to the side areas, even though we have the wave beam. I don't think we have enough missiles for the place where you usually get Wave Buster anyway. Let's go to the location of Babby's first bomb puzzle. Which, honestly, is really what it is. Ooh. Now that's pretty spicy. Boost ball, that gets us a decent chunk of stuff. That gets us the ability to do a decent chunk of stuff at least. Lets us dodge these chuckleheads pretty nicely. Also lets us grab this item. If I was better at the game, there would probably be some pretty slick sequence breaks I could do. Why are you like that? These beetles out of my damn half pipe. Which sounds like it. You know, if it weren't for the dam, that sounds like a Tony Hawk objective, right? Get these beetles out of my half pipe. With probably even worse voicing because, you know, Tony Hawk games. Not really known for that kind of thing. But using the questionable quality of the voice acting to humorous effect. Oh, we can also go this way. There is an item that we can get over here. Well, that's got us 11 missile packs so far. That's a pretty good amount of missiles. Granted, I think a lot of the time we're mostly just going to want to use the charge beam to fight things, especially charged plasma. Like, wow. If we had, like, 120 more missiles or something, and the Wave Buster, well, we could use that to kill Flogger using the Wave Buster, which is fun. Or funny, anyway. But, alas, we have no such amount of missiles. Rip in pieces. But that is a thing you can do, by the way, is you can kill Flogger using the Wave Buster. It requires a lot of goofing off in order to be able to get into a position where you can do that most of the time, and it requires so many missiles. It's not cheap. It's not like, oh hey, just point it at Flogger and it dies instantly. Which would be amazing if that was the case. And yet, unfortunately, no. We can completely eliminate these things for the length of the room. That's great. That is very good. As you can tell by the fact that I called it great earlier. Get in the thing. I get stuck on that little corner of... What am I stuck on now? The hell? What'd I get stuck on? That's just weird. The Samus needs to put down the Cheetos, I guess. You think they have Cheetos in Metroid Land? I mean, clearly they must have some sort of incredibly unhealthy snack food, right? Things out of here. This thing as well. That's not blocking a symbol, but it is in a point on the path that would make my life a bit of a pain. Alright. Activate one symbol. Alright, number 2 is down here. Number 3 is back at the entrance. And number 4 is like part way up. Oh. Here. Yes, thank you for telling me about that scan visor. There it is. I saw that little corner of red. Can't hide that thing from me forever. Fritos. There you go. Didn't I call those Killer Cheerios or something when I was playing Metroid 1? And if not, somebody else definitely did. I might be thinking of the Some Call Me Johnny video, because he called them something food-related. I think. I haven't watched that in a few days, so my memory has disappeared instantly. We scan the big axe hammer thing, and it lets us in. That's just an energy tank. Well, butts. That's not progression. It's an energy tank, so I'm not going to complain, but it's not progression. And this path doesn't have any of those sorts in there. Getting a lot of missile packs together here. So I guess it's going to be time now to go fight Incinerator Drone. I probably should check those artifact hints, by the way, and find out where some of them are. Let's take a look at that right now, actually. Artifacts. Alright, Artifact of Truth. Frigate Crash Site. So, that is going to require Gravity Suit, maybe? Maybe Grapple Beam instead. Strength. Metroid Quarantine A. I'm going to assume that one's going to be X-Ray Visor. Elder Chozo Ruins Magma Pool. Well, we know what the deal there is. We need Grapple Beam and Power Bombs. And we really want Various Suit, but we can get away without it for that as long as we have enough energy. Unfortunately, I don't quite know what enough energy is in that case. But enough energy. The cable is really short. I should probably move the Wii over a little closer to the computer when I'm doing this. Artifact of Wild is located in Cargo Freight Deck Gamma. So yeah, that's inside the wrecked ship. Life Giver. Central Dynamo. That is... Ah, fuck. I don't remember where that is. Is that where the main power bomb unit is? Artifact of Chozo is processing center access. So... that's... That's the back entrance to Omega Pirate, I believe. Chozo Ruins Dynamo. Dynamo is the... That's near where we are, though. I think that is actually the room before the incinerator drone. Artifact of Sun is quarantine monitor. That's off to the side of Thardus, so that's easy enough to get. World is biohazard containment. Talon overworld. Is that... That's part of the wrecked ship, I believe? I assume so, because that's, you know, that's pirate science stuff. Artifact of Spirit, Ice Ruins East. That needs Spider Ball. Newborn, Burn Dome. So that's going to be... We're going to be getting Artifact of Newborn for killing the incinerator drone, which means that's still a necessary part of things. That's alright. At this point, we can take incinerator drone pretty easily. Oh, that's right. There's screes up there. By screes, I mean shriek bats. Screes are the 2D Metroid. Whoops. I'm a filthy Metroid rube. Ah! Well, I guess you reap what you sow when you say shit like that, don't you? That's right, this one needs a bomb, right? Yes. And it's the super missile. Oh my goodness, yeah. That is great, great, great. I think we could go fight Thardus right now, actually, if we wanted to. Because I think that's like all you need is the super missile and the wave beam. Super missile, wave beam, and boost ball. And I mean, you won't have a good time with very little resources. But I do have the plasma beam, so that's less of an issue. Okay, energy core is this room. This is not Dynamo. Dynamo is... Well, Dynamo is that guy from Mega Man X5 and X6. You know, that dude. Oh, Dynamo is up there, right. That requires us to use the... Requires me to use my word. It requires us to use... everyone's favorite. The Spider Ball. Couldn't remember what it was called for some reason. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Alright. So that'll open up a free item in the furnace. Actually, I think that really opens up most of the back end of Chozo Ruins to us to explore. If we wish. If we so desire. I feel we do. Although first I'm gonna go fight Incinerator Drone because, well... I want to make sure that I don't forget to try something out because I've never been in this position before. You'll see what it is when I get there. I'm gonna otherwise keep a little quiet on the deal. Alright, so we switch to this. Well, actually, there's two things we can check out here. First one is we can get this item in the back of the fight for free before we go anywhere. And hey, we can get a free energy tank. That's nice. Moreover... Oh, that doesn't skip the entire fight! I want a refund! I want like 4 of those missiles back. Could pull for all 5, but let's not be too greedy here. Stop targeting the fucking wasp, dude! Oh, for crying out loud, man. I had that full charge shot ready, and I am wasting the hell out of this energy tank, by the way. Is this even doing damage to these things? No, they're immune to the plasma beam? Really? Really? Damn. I'm impressed. That thing's not, however. Man, fuck these wasps. There we go. Fight over. I goofed that one, and it took far longer than it needed to. And there's our artifact of newborn. But you all knew that that was going to happen. Up we go. And up we go. Oh, for some reason I thought there was a missile plate over the door. That would be really weird. Ah, dang it. Alright, so we're doing something pretty dangerous here, but... Fuck. Well, we were about to... There we go. Come on. There we go. Alright. We're doing something pretty dangerous here by going well out of logic. This is an area that we are not supposed to be able to access yet. So I would not be surprised if this is a really bad idea. Means we probably should have hit a save station a while ago, but... You know something? This could lead us to some free items that are nice. Never know, do ya? Okay, so that uses Spider Ball. We need the Spider Ball in order to get that item. Well, never mind then. That was pointless. Unless it stays like that for later, which, you know, maybe it does. I don't know for sure, do I? I see that frothing white orb. Let's get some missiles. I said, let's get some missiles. There we go. There's our missile supplies back. Alright. And here comes our first Chozo Ghost fight. I can't believe this thing took a super missile to the face and it's still not dead. I hate how durable these things are when it comes to that. Why doesn't the super missile just always outright kill them? There we go. It's dead, finally. It's dead, Jim. Yeah, so the usual path that the Bowling Man statue throws us down is going to require the Spider Ball, which is a bit of a problem for us. Because we can't do that. But I'll tell you what we can do. We can fuck that up. We can sequence break. This is like the one sequence break in the game that I know how to do properly. Well, okay. This is the second part of the one sequence break in the game that I know how to do properly. Let's put it that way, because we've seen part one earlier. That's when I was, you know, cheesing that Spider Ball track to go out of logic. Fuck. This is pretty tough, by the way, and I'm kind of out of practice because I usually avoid doing sequence breaks like this in the randomizer, because if I tell it, hey, I can't do all the tricks, it should probably be aware enough to not make me have to do any of them. Which means that it has a chance of me going into a one-way... Fucking damn it. It has a chance of me going into a one-way entrance, basically. And seeing as how I don't have the ice beam, it can be quite dangerous going into, say, the room where the ice beam is usually held, because that has an ice beam door on it, because, perhaps understandably, they assume that you will have the ice beam once you go in there and collect the ice beam. I don't know why they would think that. That sounds really stupid to me, but, you know, I'm not a game designer. As I've said before, they don't pay me for any of that stuff. I don't know nothing about... Oh, come on. I pressed the button. I didn't even get my midair jump to, like, notify me that I screwed up. Alright, here we go. We can do this. Maybe we can't. Oh, I know we can. As in, it is a thing that is possible to do. Whether or not I, personally, can actually pull it off anymore, that's a good question, but... if I had a little more forward momentum, I might have been able to make it, but unfortunately I did not. And no, bomb jumping from the little jutting bit is not a good idea! Oh no! I bounced off of the weird dome. I'll make this the entire stream if I have to. I probably won't. That sounds like a bad idea. Oh, there goes my upward momentum. There we go, that's what I was trying to do. Put the bomb in the hole, and it doesn't show us this, but the other holes in the other side of the room are active. Sorry, chair adjustment. Really need to move the Wii closer to the... over here when I'm doing this. So we want to do this first and open up that window area. And enable progression before we use the plasma space, because I believe that requires the ice beam to go into the little room underneath the statue. And safety shield offline. That will let us go in there. Yeah, see? Ice beam door. And you might have noticed a problem with our attempts to deal with that. Yeah. So, that's why we wanted this ready, is that way we could keep going deeper. Alright. Down into the drink we go. Actually, we can be back here, so... because we have the bomb. So surely it would not make this a one-way thing, right? So we need to be able to bomb jump to use this save station, which we're going to save here. Alright, now let's go find out that we're going to be locked in this room, huh? Well, that's where the Various suit is, but yes, we are locked in here. So, we have to do this. And reload. Alright, here we are again. Where does that lead? Talon Canyon. So we just want to go back this way and go fight Flagra, I guess. I mean, we're here. We may as well do it. Hey, Lethal, how's it going, buddy? I hope you're doing alright. We just found a place that was a dead end, and we had to restart. Not restart the whole game, thankfully, because there was a save station right next to it, but still, that was a little unfortunate. What's the advantage of playing it on the real deal other than the GameCube controller? Fairly minimal. Oh god, there's Chozo Ghosts. Why are they here already? Dang it. Oh right, because I went into the back of the temple. So the main advantage is that I don't have to twiddle with the settings in order to get the shaders to load constantly, which I think is the cause of major lag in running Metroid Prime on Dolphin. And also I don't get any of that weird graphical glitch where I'll have the big black square around the charge shot. So ultimately, fairly minor aside from the GameCube controller, which, you know, is still pretty good. This isn't a game that really takes advantage of the pressure sensitivity of these things, the Clonk-a-donks, the shoulder buttons. There we go, shoulder buttons. But if I was playing a game like Sunshine or something, then yeah, that would be a big reason to use that over Dolphin, which I don't think is necessarily going to be the best at emulating that. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I prefer my games to be as non-glitchy as possible. Also, I mean, thankfully, Wii custom firmware is pretty easy to set up, and there's a little bit of extra steps involved in running GameCube games on Wii custom firmware through an SD card or something, but it's fairly minor. A little weird because you have to do the file names a certain way, but that's easy enough to learn to do. Which means that I'm probably going to end up forgetting it at least once, and I'm going to be sitting there for like 5 minutes on a stream like, why isn't this working? And then find out, oh right, it's because I forgot to rename my ISO to game.iso, and then have to take the SD card out, go reload it onto my PC, and, you know, plug the thing back in, get back into Homebrew Launcher and all that other stuff. Seeing these ghosts is just really hard. They are not giving me good angles to see them at. And this room has like some of the worst geometry for moving around in. Out of anywhere you fight these ghosts. We got the big white ball in the face. That was not great. Can you die already, please? Ghost? Means you're already dead? Let's try activating the runes while we're in the middle of this fight, I guess. Alright, well there's one of them. Giving us a measly 20 energy back. Although honestly, you're really not expected to be fighting these dudes while the room still has acid, so... You know, perhaps it's a little more understandable in that regard, I guess, but... Still doesn't mean it feels good. Oh, wow, I didn't even see that it was charging the attack at that point. I just saw its foot right in my face. This face full of bird foot. Okay. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Where you at, guys? Okay, sure. As soon as I get anywhere over it, it blasted me. You done? You're done. Okay. So, oh, there's the other one. I saw it zipping around down there. It's in a position full of, like, bad pattern. Completely miserable place for this thing to be. Ow. Oh, hey, we have so many energy tanks already that we hit energy low at 99. Wow, that happened fast. There we go. We finally killed all these damn ghosts. Sheesh. That was a messy fight that I was not expecting at this point. Oh, analysis suggests the evidence of a runic symbol here, does it? What do I have to do to get this to open up properly? Plant a bomb on it for some reason? Okay. Don't know why that is, but alright. I guess. One more to get, and I don't remember where it is. Which is real good work on my part. There we go. That's where it is. Really blends in there because you're not looking at that part of the wall. Does that count as blending in? Not really, but... Nice, we got 100 energy back. That's pretty good. Alright, so time to fight this jerk with slightly less energy than usual. Start the fight. Back up in the chair a little bit. Plasma beam doesn't work on that. Okay. Duly noted. That's weird. But okay. you know what, buddy? Fuck you. That's a thing that I don't think we've seen in any of these Prime randomizers before, is seeing Flagra just knock the mirror back down, which is a thing that you can have to deal with sometimes. And it's not great. Okay, so we're going to want to go around in a clockwise pattern here, right? Because the last one is over to our right. So we go around the clock, and that should, well, I suppose if we start from the right place anyway. Alright, just take some missiles, please. And stop hitting me for like 30 damage, come on. That is unnecessary. No wake-up time for you, buddy. Oh, I was worried that it was going to block us. Because at this point, why the hell not, right? This game can be kind of rude sometimes. It's just a missile pack. That was so worth it. Well, actually, the water is no longer acid, so that is pretty useful of a thing. So, hey, I'll take it. Later on, when it's more important. Okay, so here is a place we can't do anything. Alright, so it's back to Phendrana. Which I believe means for us that we are going to be fighting Thardis without the thermal visor. I don't like that idea, actually. Suddenly, that sounds really fucking terrible. We can go through the pirate base, though. That's something we can do. And then we can access the other loop of elevators, I believe. Go to the save cave real quick. Save our game. There is, to be fair, plenty of loot to be gotten out of the pirate base, so we can do that. And we can stock up on some interesting stuff. Oh yeah, we can go get the place where the wave beam is usually hanging out in vanilla. That hurt quite a bit more than I was expecting. Alright. Into this room. Oh, dang it. I tried. I felt a little bit of the invisible wall there, that's for sure. Deal with babies first. And here comes the big mama Shegoth. I realized recently, I don't know how recently, so this might have been something that I said earlier, but these things are called Shegoths. Isn't that just a playoff of Shogoths? Like, an incredibly transparent one, too. Also, I think you're not supposed to... Like, there's a way to kill these things with the plasma beam, and I think it involves not locking onto them properly because it targets the crystal and it just really gets sucked in. But these things just are kind of irritating no matter what because of the fact that even missile attacks sometimes get redirected by redirection effects in this game, which is the big problem because they're not supposed to be. So, like, you'll try to shoot at this thing on a normal part of its body, and you'll shoot it into the crystals on its back, even though that is extremely not what you're trying to do. Damn it. Well, I guess at least we're finding the missile packs, you know, sooner rather than later or something, right? You know, we're not super up against the wall in terms of needing big items at this point. We can explore a reasonable chunk of the game. We have a goal. We're not scrounging and scrambling for stuff to go forward. We have 3 beams. We have, you know, a decent amount of energy tanks. If we're gonna get extra missiles that are not of high importance to us, now's a good time to get them, right? Right. Although, I mean, a suit would be pretty good. Or the spider ball. We know where there is a suit upgrade, though. We just need the ice beam for it. Otherwise, we can't get out of that room. We'll get there. Eventually. Oh. I slipped off of the thing. Whoops. go. In we go. Oops. There we go. Free item in the area where the energy tank usually hangs out. Ah, dang it. I screwed that up so badly. Oh, time to wait for the room to drain. Fuck. That is a thing that I'm quite surprised happened. Room isn't even full. The spider ball. All right. Well, cool. We don't even have to deal with that thing. There's an item we can go back and get in Fendrana Lobby, which I'm going to go do real quick, and a couple in the Ice Ruins. So I think one of those is an artifact. Also, yeah, look at the fact that our spider ball is the wrong color. Because there isn't a power suit spider ball, so for some reason they are rendering it to us with gravity suit colors. We need to get a better look at where we're... There we go. Right over here. There's our artifact of spirits. Alright. Alright. Back to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Oh, we can't quite make that. Maybe we can, but I certainly can't. Not on that attempt, that's for dang sure. HUD, stop shaking, please. It's a little over the top. That's complete overkill. It's too much screen shaking. I'm being pelted by hailstones over there. Alright. The thermal visor. Nice! Okay, so now Thardus is properly in logic. We might be able to fight Thardus without the thermal visor, but I wouldn't want to try it. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun. And Thardus is... well... the Thardus containment room has an artifact in it, so... we can go over there, and behind Thardus' chamber there is another... elevator. And remember, it's in a different loop of elevators, too. Yep. Don't even have to mess with the water stuff. Isn't it great? Alright, so that way is not the save cave. That's the save cave. Although we probably should deal with that anyway, right? Does this one require us to remove a... Yeah, this requires us to do one of these first. They want to make sure that you go through the Pirate Bay. Whatever that place is called. You know what it is. It's not the Pirate Bay. I don't know if I should mention the Pirate Bay on stream because, well... I mean, by this point I've talked about that kind of thing so much that... How upset can they possibly... You know, it exists. What are you supposed to do about that? I'm not saying you should pirate games, just that piracy actually exists. And as far as my audience knows, I have dumped all of these games myself. Lethal Feline downloads a car. Nice. I love that particular anti-piracy ad so much because there are just so many levels of questionable things to it that it's like, oh yeah, you would, you know, I'm pretty sure it actually says you wouldn't steal a car, not you wouldn't download a car, but you wouldn't download a car became the meme because that's much funnier. And if the technology existed, I'm pretty sure most of us would give it a whack. And anyway, the real funniest moment about that thing is the fact that the music that is used in it is actually used without attribution. It effectively is pirated. I did not break the part. That rock just exploded really brightly. Nope. The blood flowing across the keyboard. That's good too, yeah. I find it hilarious that they were like, hey, yeah, we're gonna make this anti-piracy ad, and also we're not going to pay for the music, and we're going to use it without proper attribution. You know, way to go. That's like the people who made that. That's okay. Now you are just arguing in favor of us pirating from you because A, you're basically saying it's actually okay in certain circumstances, and B, well, I think you probably deserve it at that point, right? Then again, that wasn't like a company that makes films or anything. That was just a board that was working in favor of the motion picture industry associations. Of whichever countries, multiple countries in that case. $30 damage hit from Thardus, by the way, when we have no suit on. That's reasonably hefty at our energy tank count, but I can see now how people who are like good at this game could probably beat this boss with like 1 or 2 energy tanks or less. You know, because by this point they'd have the Varia suit, which I don't have any suits whatsoever, so I don't have any defense up. And I would be dodging a lot more of these hits if I had, like, much faster reflexes. And the other thing is, you sequence break right, you can actually get Plasma Beam before this fight. Which makes me think that, because I'd heard that the devs were saying regarding Metroid Dread about how they know sequence breaking and stuff is all in the spirit of the game, so they were going to leave some options for that. Kind of makes me wonder if that was very much, you know, a thing that was going on with this, that they were like, hey, maybe people can actually do some bullshit, and we'll leave little rewards for them for being able to pull that off. In this game. It's Retro. I think Retro Studios at least had some understanding of what, you know, or at least so you'd like to think. Maybe it's just because they're called Retro Studios, and that was an era when the whole retro gaming thing had not quite taken off to quite the same extent. I mean, obviously there was still some, but yeah, I don't think it was quite as religious as it almost feels sometimes hitting nowadays. Alright, yeah, you throw your temper tantrum, Cathartus. We will, we're gonna be down to just the core this time. Right? Because, yeah, we've broken up the two middle parts of the hands, two back pieces, the knees and toes, all that stuff. Yeah, see, I could have dodged that if I was, you know, faster on my hands, feet, and feet. Unfortunately, I just kind of was not, so... But we should quite fairly be able to kill this guy at this point, right? The odds of us dying are pretty slim. Not zero, because at this point I'm pretty sure Thordis' attack pattern is literally just roll and stop occasionally. And for us to dodge that completely, well, that just seems to be a bit of a pipe dream, but... we're doing okay. Clearly, we're gonna win this. Or we just have our shot blocked like that. Hey, come on, Thordu, get out the ball. There we go. Yep. The intimidating boss that is always going to take forever, but not as hard as I always used to think it was when I was a kid. Maybe I have actually gotten better at video games. That sounds like a load of crap, but it could be true. And there's our unknown item. It's just missiles. Surprise, it's missiles. Good thing we had the spider ball already. I think we need the grapple beam to get to that artifact, by the way. Now that I think about it. Let's land here. Let's take a look. Yeah, see, it's 2 grapple points. There's no more spider ball track for us. That's a shame. Would have been nice to get that, but can't have all of what you want most of the time. What do we got here? Magmore Caverns North Lava Lake. That's not really a place we want to hang out, that's for sure. But there should also be Well, for one, we can't get to the item that's over here because we don't have the ice beam. Second. I had to stand for a second because my sitting apparatus was going a little numb. That's a very technical term for ass. Let's go back down here. Yeah, so Magmore Caverns, Lava Lake. That should be, there should be some more places we can go from here. Lava Lake is gonna be... Okay, this is the regular entrance. So there is at least a save point here. Reflecting Pool far end. So that is going to be completely blocked off. Let's hit the save point. And we can see if the last two locations... I believe it's the last two elevators anyway. I think there's only two. We can see if those are in the same loop or not, because there should be the Overlook elevator on the one side of the crash site. And there should be the Twin Fires elevator for Magmore. And yeah, we know that Chozo Ruins Reflecting Pool elevator is there. And then I gotta figure out where is the next place we can go. Pirate Base? I think Pirate Base is the next place we can go. Damn it! Whacked my head on a weird little extension of metal there. That's... strangely placed chunk of rusted out metal for some reason. It's just to really make sure you don't go across, huh? Alright. So here's an area we can't do anything in. Workstation, save station. Right, there's Workstation, Twin Fires. And that Overlook in Talon Overworld. Oh right, there's Monitor Station. Oh my god, I'm forgetting so many random things here. Well, despite the fact that this is Magmore, there's actually an item we can get over here. You know, despite the fact that we're going to the lava area. For some reason, this room is just not hot whatsoever. Like, I guess it's because it's sort of open air to the, you know, to this crater here. But, yeah, we can turn on our thermal visor. We can survive here without the Varia suit. It's very strange. I don't quite understand why it's like this, but it is. And we can get an item here. Just do all this stuff and... Oh, that's happening a little fast. Well, at least it's cooled already, so it's far less of a concern than I imagined at first. What do we got for us? There's our ice beam. Nice. Well, that will let us handle all of Reflecting Pool. That will let us handle all of the Bowling Man statue room. That'll let us get the Varia suit, actually. That's probably the most important thing. Yeah! Ice beam acquired. Break open that save station just because. And this should lead us... This will lead us to Monitor Station. Is it safe to go in here? Or are we going to start melting? Like, instantly if we go into this tunnel. Yeah. Yikes! That hurts. That height. Can't go get the energy tank there. Alright, Talon Overworld. This should be the overhang area, right? Yeah. Quarantine Cave. Right. Oh, man. This opens up so much stuff having the ice beam. I mean, sure, it's a lot of, like, one-off items and stuff, but it's still really, really big. Because who knows what we'll find there, right? That's just a missile expansion. That's vanilla. Oh well. Missiles are still not necessarily bad. We use plenty of them. And this goes back to... Yeah, this goes back to Quarantine Cave, which we saw before. So we can go grab that item real quick, then go back to Chozo, grab the suit. Wonder where that Twin Fires elevator is, because I think I've completely missed that. Unless it was under a different name and I just didn't think that through. That's just a missile expansion. Oh well. We've got... what now? 19 missile expansions, I believe? I feel like I should really do a run-through of this where I just track how many items total I get. I mean, I should use a tracker in general because... you know... yeah, but... in particular... just to do, like, a proportion between regular items and missiles, because, as I've mentioned before, missiles are half of the items in the game. And see how often I end up in a case where I have just a bunch more regular items than I do missiles. Because I feel like I'm in much better shape in this run in terms of things that are not missiles than things that are missiles. Station. We should go save. We can go most places that we would want to at this point, actually, so that's pretty cool. Across this big pit. And fall into the hot soup. Can we do this right now? No, we need the grapple beam for this, technically. If I could remember how to do it without the grapple beam, I'd try it, because we can't get dead-ended, so we'd be ruining our logic pretty badly, but whatever. Supposed to be breakable? No, I think I just missed a spot. Cross the gap. Here we have, yeah, this is so this is fires. So is this literally an elevator that just goes to itself? I think that's what we're looking at, is an elevator that just goes to itself. That is fantastic. Oh my god, that's some good randomizer action right there. I love the fact that that's a thing that can be done. Hey. That's a lot of rocks just fell from the sun. That energy. Yes, there we go. Nothing acquired yet. There's still a couple of those. Because we're starting with our 2 items for a crutch anyway. We've got our space jump and we've got our charge beam. Those are things that I do basically because the charge beam is super important and really so is the space jump. The space jump in particular, picking that one, that is really good for reasons of opening the game up wide early on. Also, I just caught that now, Lethal, the alone time elevator. That's good. That might be a concept that I don't know if we could explore further on Twitch, but good nonetheless. Those things still want to take a lot of missiles before they break. Alright, so doing this with the amount of energy that we have right now is a little dangerous, but yeah, and that's why, because it's really easy to fall into the soup. Ah! Damn it! I think we can take one more crack at that without dying. Thankfully, after the first time, it becomes a lot safer. I don't know why I keep going to break that block. It's not necessary, but I think because I've gotten so used to doing a double jump there that it makes sense or something. That's a lot of work for a missile, but hey, we found out what it was, so that's fine. So this spinner is over here, is it? The thing, or do I have to just... No, I gotta keep climbing before I find the spinner. That's right. You can tell I haven't been in this room for a minute. Considering we're in a lava cave, you might even say it's been a hot minute. That's terrible. That's worse than my usual caliber of joke. And for such a terrible joke, that is why I get only a missile expansion. That needs the power bombs to get into there. Ow! A big poke there. Let's just do this the old-fashioned way of using a super missile on the turret. Because I've realized they take more hits if you freeze them. And yet, for some reason, I just spent even more missiles while they were unfrozen. Go figure. Let's not accuse me of doing things the smart way. So what's in the back of this room? Hopefully something good. Missiles. Eh. We got 110. That's more than we're gonna need for a while, I think. Where am I? There I am. Need to be a super missile for this? It's not here. It's only the one in the other room. Okay. Well, that explains a lot then. Oh, there's a power bomb. Just the one, but that's alright. I think we only get the one. No, there's room there that's not, Yeah, see, we have one power bomb. It's fun to watch that happen. the turrets. They just go completely apeshit if you kill them with the wave beam. Is the electrical damage? That's pretty great. Ow. Get out of there. Path. Where does this elevator go? Oh, right, to the crash site. Right, we've been over that before. Redo the spinner. Well, okay, buddy. That open. And go get the item. The grapple beam. Alright. Nice. Right, so we're currently in the middle of Twin Fires. Or Fiery Shores, whatever. Fires is that? We're gonna go do geothermal core, and I think that's gonna be the last thing that we do for tonight's stream. This is pretty cool though. I'm enjoying being able to play this on like actual hardware. Also, as far as I know, like, every game that's not one of the Guitar Hero style of rhythm games actually works just fine with this setup once you install them and everything on your whatever you're using. So that's cool. I don't have to worry about checking compatibility lists in Dolphin and all that if I don't want to. Although, admittedly, there is still the issue that the screen is stretched on my other monitor and the fact that it's quite dark. Those little bits are a little unfortunate, but yeah. It's not completely the end of the world. The other part is pretty cool, but... Fuck! Where the fuck am I now? When did I last save? I just game overed because I... What happened? What did I bounce off of? That's a problem. Well, that's made me quite sad. I think we last got the ice beam or something. Oh, we did get the Various suit already, so I think we saved after we got the Various suit. Whatever. We'll hash this out next time.